Okay, so today we've got some unboxings of some more Ubiquiti Networks kit. This is actually going to be a two-part video split. It's all going to be part of the same video file for you because the second part is rather heavy and I'm going to have to unbox it on the floor. But first off, let's start out with what's in this bag here. I've already opened the bag to make it quicker for unboxing, but this is what we've got in here. These are their tough cable connectors. You get a lot of them in one box, but you can't really order them in any other way. They don't do them in like ones and twos because they are commercially based company that sells to other companies. So if you're going to be buying these things, they expect you to be wanting to buy a lot. Not a bad price on them, and they're good connectors, so they could get used in other places as well. So this is designed for use with Tough Cable, which is the second part of this unboxing. But yeah, we'll start off with this, and yeah, as with most normal Ubiquiti Networks products, nice plain box. Even got some useful detail there on how to connect up the wires into the connector. That obviously depends upon what network standard you're using, A or B, because there are two standards, so you have to be careful to make sure it matches the rest of your networking kit. So yeah, that's that. We'll just get it opened up and I'll show you the connectors themselves. Now these come in little plastic trays inside. There you go. Oh, and they're actually in a little plastic bag as well. That's not a usual thing, but it's a nice thing because it holds them all together. Get that open. As you can hear, oh yes, what do you know? They've all sort of rattled out of their trays. It doesn't matter though. Here is one of the connectors if we can just get things to focus. There we go. And you can see they have a metal shield around them, and they actually have a little point for a grounding wire if you want to add like extra shielding to the setup. That's purely a choice that you'd have to make yourself. Obviously if you've got one of those grounding boxes like I showed you in the previous video, there's really no reason to be using that because the sides are already pushing into that. It's already been crimped up around the cable there. You could probably actually connect some of the sheathing on the cable to that if you wanted. I mean, it probably would be a little bit excessive, but if you wanted to make like doubly sure of having everything all properly grounded out, then you could do that. As you can see, the metal goes all the way inside there, so that's just a little bit of extra sort of protection you can give to things. So yeah, you get, it looks like a couple of trays in here. I'll just get them out. Yeah, you get two trays there. Just adjust the camera. You can see they got a little bit out of where they should have been when I shook the bag they were in, but that's not a major issue at all. So we'll just put those to one side now, and we'll move on to unboxing the cable. So here's a view you don't normally get. You're having to look at the floor now, I'm afraid, because this box is where the tough cable is that goes with those connectors I showed you in the first part of the video, and it is very heavy. So cut it open and I'll show you what it looks like, because obviously this is just shipping packing, it's not the actual product itself. are. That's better. Let's open things up. Ah, there we are. That's what we were looking for. That's the actual proper packing that the cable is kept in, and it's a large spool of cable. We might actually have to cut the packing carton open even more to get it out. Give me a moment to just rearrange the camera and we'll see what we can do. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to have to cut up the rest of the packing carton to get this out, unless we can just tip it out. Let's give it a go. There we go. So here's the front of the package. As you can see here is where the cable pays out, and here is a little picture of the cable itself. Just zoom in on that. Okay, just zoom out a little bit so we can get in the entire front of the box. As you can see, got 1,000 feet of it, and this is quite high quality wire, as you can see there. And we'll just turn it over onto the back so you can see the other side. There is, well, actually, before we do that, there is actually a tensioning knob there on the front to control the reel, which is kind of good. And on there we have actually got a little manual for it, so let's get that out and see what that has to say. Hold on, it's a little bit difficult to get out, but there we are. Okay, so just a little bit of sort of thanks for buying our product, that kind of thing, and the varying types, what tools you'll need, a little picture of the box, and a picture of the cable and how you're supposed to wire it. Note how you pull the sheathing back over the cable. That's because they have the metal parts inside there, and it crimps down and provides a good path to ground. Let's get that. And it shows actually how to spread the wires out as well there, which is pretty good. And you know where to put them. Obviously they suggest, you know, because this has a drain wire, which is basically an easy path to ground for things, and it's just you put it round and, you know, connect it up in there. You might actually even have the idea of perhaps maybe solder it to improve the connection even further. And obviously you have to make sure that your drain wire stays, you know, not going to interfere with the rest of the connector there. Also alternate suggestion, you know, crimp the wire in place. Just carry on. Wiring specification, you can see that's actually type B, which is good because that's what I'm using in my network anyway. And a little bit of information about the warranty. And here you can see a better view of the tension control for the reel. Just zoom in on it a bit there. So that's so that you can make it run, you know, make the cable a bit harder to pull out or easier to pull out, depends on what sort of status you've got things in. Especially like if you were putting it down a cavity wall or something, or down a cable drop in a building, you might want to put like a little bit more tension on it so it doesn't just go shooting straight down to the bottom and, you know, cause you a problem. Just zoom out. Okay, and you see carrying handle there, that's a good thing. I'll just turn it over so you get the view of what's on the back. And as you can see there, just a little bit of information about the product and a few pictures of varying devices that you might have it connected to, and again the Cat5 specification and the length of the product. Okay, so that concludes this unboxing. Catch you next time.